The Play's the Thing, with your host, Judy Sleed. Today's guest is Ruth Appelhof, Executive Director of Guildhall. Underwritten by Windmill Village, Gurney's Inn, and Paul Brennan. Now here's Judy.
Hello again for The Play's the Thing, and I have one of my favorite people back on the show, Ruth Appelhof. She's the Executive Director at Guildhall, and she's so beautiful. You should be one of the stars performing there instead of behind the scenes.
Well, thank you, Judy. It's great to be here, and thanks for the compliment. You're looking very beautiful yourself, so it's a pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks. And something very exciting is happening at Guildhall, which is in East Hampton, of course. You are renovating the place.
Yes, we are. Actually, we've been renovating for a couple of years now. We did one of the galleries, the Woodhouse Gallery, 3 years ago, tore the whole interior out, right back to the brick, and then re-insulated it and put a vapor barrier on and new lighting and new heating, ventilating, and air conditioning, and moved from there the next year to our Moran Gallery, which is on the other side of the lobby. Did the same thing, you know, tore everything out from the inside, put it all back exactly as you would know it and recognize it, even with the beautiful molding around the galleries. But that now we have perfect climate control. Everything is state-of-the-art. We have now beautiful, beautiful galleries that we're very proud of. And this year we did the Education Center, then taking a wing that was built in the 1950s, not part of the original structure, but a wing that we used for art storage and for staff. We gutted it out, put it back together again, and now we have a fantastic education center on the first floor, contiguous with the galleries, and on the lower level we have our staff offices that are very, very beautiful. All of this has been designed by Robert A.M. Stern, the famous architect, and Ben Krapinski, our local contractor, has donated his time and all his people's time to helping us make this possible, in addition to a lot of other donors out there who have really been very generous. And we're very excited about it. You'll have to come see it.
Yes, as I was driving by, I see that big wall there. And but I was told that you're also going to make the theater, the John Drew Theater.
Well, that's the next step. But getting back to the wall, let me say that Charlie Martyr, our landscape person here in town, donated all of the bushes that are now in front of the wall. And with the Friends of Guildhall, our volunteer group, so we were able to do some landscaping there. And then we put this magnificent Willem de Kooning sculpture in the front, just in front of that new landscaping. So we have now a new sculpture out front that really speaks of the importance of our artists out here. We're so proud to have Willem de Kooning's seated woman in the front lawn of Guildhall.
Yeah, he's a very famous artist. And so that wall is here to stay, right?
Well, the wall, yeah, the wall was part of the 50s wing, and you won't notice it now because we've put beautiful plantings in front of it, and then the de Kooning sculpture in front of that. But the theater is the next part of our renovation, and the board decided on June 10th to go forward with the theater. Of course, we've been working on plans and talking to the architects and talking to the staff, Josh Gladstone and his staff, asking the community what they want, asking the board what they want, And what we came
Very
up with...
dangerous to ask so many people what they want.
No. Well, the amazing thing is that everybody came up with the same answer.
Oh, amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah. So guess what that answer is?
Well, make it bigger.
No, actually, what we decided was to restore it to its original beauty when it opened in 1931, so it will look exactly as it did then, with everything fresh, new coat of paint, new seats.
New seats.
You know, the beautiful tent ceiling will all be repainted. The wonderful chandelier that we have in the middle of the theater will be there, but it will all the bulbs will work. And really the secret of it that you know, we're all thrilled with is that behind the scenes, the part that you don't see, and you know about showbiz, so you know what goes on behind, but all the lighting and sound and all of the technical part of the theater will be tucked in behind those walls and backstage, so we'll have a state-of-the-art theater, one that I can't imagine how fabulous that will be for us out here in this great community. We really we need to have that theater restored to its original beauty.
I'm very glad that you're going to leave it the way it is, because it is very nice and very spacious. But yeah, the seats has to be new seats. Because I sat in many seats where it, you know, many times.
Uncomfortable.
But the theater itself, when you really look at it, it's beautiful.
Isn't it great?
It is
so
beautiful.
Wonderful.
And it's big enough.
It is. We have 381 seats, and you know, many times we sell out, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing.
It is.
I think that you know, standing room only is terrific. It just shows that we're doing a wonderful job and that our community is responding. And as we go forward, we hope we sell out more and more. And one of the things we're really working hard on is programming during the winter months, because you know, it's easy to get folks out here and in the theater and the museum during the summer, but during the winter months, many of us that are out here year-round appreciate some exciting programming to attend. So we're looking at more and more programming during the winter. Last winter we had a free film series on Sunday evenings and did a lot of programming with the community. Lighthouse Dance came, and the Springs Elementary School came, and you know, we love that, and we want to do more and more of that.
Good. Well, you have some things that you've brought here for us to see.
I do, yeah.
Let's show
Take
and
a look.
tell time.
Okay, show and tell. Well, this is our summer brochure. See if I can get this right.
Yeah, it's a little, yeah, we could see it.
Other way. Okay, good, got it. And it is free and available to anyone that will stop by Guildhall. We're on Main Street, by the way, just at the end of the town pond, and easy to find as you're coming into East Hampton. It's
just a little warning, don't drive into the pond.
Don't drive into the pond.
Make a turn.
But it's, anyway, I'm not quite sure I have this right. Okay.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. It's easy to find Guildhall. It actually is, well, you know, East Hampton isn't that big, but Guildhall is just as you come in the entrance to East Hampton, just after the pond. And it's been there for 75 years. So we are celebrating our 75th anniversary this year, which is an incredible milestone. And we're actually inviting many of the programs that we had in the past back this year, and it's going to be a great season. We're very excited about it.
You're going to have a party, a celebration?
We're having a party, a birthday party.
Wow, a birthday party.
Yeah.
Going to bake the cake.
Right. Well, and as you may know, Guildhall does enjoy having a party from time to time. This year we're celebrating several different times during the summer. The first one is July 2nd, Sunday night, and we're having a program we call Night of Stars. It's actually, the Night of Stars was done at the 50th anniversary, and so we're recreating it this year at our 75th anniversary. Shelley Markham, who is a very, very fine musical director, works with Andrea Marcovici. He has written a script for this that is amazing, and it goes back to our 75-year history, everything from, well, Cornelia Otis Skinner, who was on our stage in 1931, up to the present, and he's invited some wonderful stars, Julie Wilson, Maud Maggart, Christine Andreas, Tom Murphy will be there performing. So that's Sunday night, July 2nd, and that's our first of the birthday parties. And then looking toward the future, we're actually in August, we're going to be doing a whole weekend, August 11th, 12th, and 13th. And for that weekend, we're having an opening of an exhibition on August 11th, a special private preview. The exhibition is Andy Warhol. And you know, he lived out here in Montauk. And his home is still here, actually, and is a nature preserve. So Andy Warhol's exhibition will be up, and we have invited a curator to select work. His name is John Smith from the Warhol Museum. He will be selecting work that are portraits of people from out here. So it'll be a wonderful way to acknowledge so many of the talented people that Andy knew when he lived out here, and a wonderful way to celebrate his work. An exhibition that was curated just for Guildhall, so that's very special to us. And also August 11th, we're opening a second show of Elizabeth Peyton's work. She's a portrait painter, very cutting edge, very exciting artist whose work is highly sought after now, young woman. So she will have her portraits in the Woodhouse Gallery. That opens then at this August 11th party, birthday party. And, and then off we go to Mulford Farm, which is just down the street from us, for a huge party under a big tent, you know, a gorgeous tent, with Peter Duchin. And you probably know Peter Duchin's music. He's just one of the great, great bands of all times. So we're excited to have that as part of our birthday celebration. The next day is Saturday, August 12th. We have the opening of Robert Wilson's Persephone. Now, Robert Wilson has just opened a studio performance center in Watermill out here. And he's an artist that is best known for his performances at BAM, the Brooklyn Academy of Music. So Robert is coming to Guildhall with, you know, a huge ensemble of dancers and performers, and he's going to be doing Persephone, which is a piece that he wrote and staged at Guildhall more than 10 years ago. So we're bringing it back. And you know, after it opened at Guildhall, and it was, I think, done on a rather small budget, but I know it was wonderful, then it traveled around the world, this Persephone piece that Robert Wilson created. Actually, Philip Glass did the music for it, so it's just a wonderful piece. Traveled around the world, and lo and behold, if we don't get it back to Guildhall on our 75th birthday, this time it's a huge production, very, very exciting for us. And he'll be there Saturday, August 12th, and then Sunday, August 13th. In the meantime, on August 13th, Sunday, we're inviting the entire community to come to Guildhall and Mulford Farm. They've been very kind about letting us share their property for a big birthday bash with bands and stilt walkers and puppeteers and birthday cakes and, you know, the whole 9 yards. So we're thrilled to be inviting the community for a free event on August 13th.
Well, it sounds wonderful. It
Yeah.
seems to me that you are really enjoying this work. You've been with Guildhall how long now?
For 7 years.
7
now,
years.
7 years.
And every time you talk about it, you sound more and more enthusiastic, especially this time. It's wonderful.
Oh,
No
I
wonder
am.
it's doing so well, because you're
Well, I don't want to take any credit. Judy, you know the wonderful staff that we have at Guildhall and how talented and intelligent and sensitive they are about the programming that they offer us. I basically just try to keep everybody's spirits up, but they do all the hard work.
You're doing a good job, and
Thank you.
And maybe that's the reason that everybody is in the same page, as
Well,
they say.
I think they are, and we're all enjoying our new offices downstairs in the education
You're not in the
wing.
basement anymore?
Well, we are, but it's not a basement anymore. It's so beautiful. It's just incredible.
Oh, I
They've
must come and
redesigned
see it.
the whole
I
space.
haven't been there
really,
for a while. I don't know why.
yeah, it's really wonderful. There's a big skylight, so there's plenty of light, but they've created offices that have glass windows. So every office has plenty of light, but privacy. So
Oh, I
it's
must
a
go
wonderful
and
suite.
see it.
Yeah.
I must.
We're very lucky.
I'm going to put it on my must list.
Yeah. I need to also mention that the education center upstairs, which we're looking forward to programming all the time, Janet Golias, our education director, has done a great job putting together an actually art experience for kids that starts the first week of July, and I'm inviting people to call Guildhall if you're interested in sending your kids to Guildhall to learn about the theater or
What
learn about
age group?
performance. Oh, I think it starts with 6-year-olds and goes up to 12, and we're hoping that we get a really good group of kids there. I know Janet has a number of different teachers that are lined up to work with us, and even to the point where we have 1 week devoted to being a pirate, because you know pirates were here on Gardiner's Island.
Oh,
so
yes.
we're here. I guess
Yes.
that's true. But anyway, so we're reaching
gonna
back
take
into
a-
our history.
A trip to the island
No,
and
I don't
look
think
for
we're.
treasure?
You
No?
know, that's a good idea, but I don't know if our kids can go. But no, but there will be lots of exploring for treasure just around Guildhall. And
Oh, yeah,
also, I
that's
wanted to
wonderful.
say too that the education center is named after Boots Lamb, and Mrs. Condi Lamb had a real estate agency out here. In fact, it still exists and is doing quite well. Everyone called her Boots Lamb, although her name was Elizabeth. And she just passed away a couple of years ago. And a dear friend of hers, a woman who obviously cares very much about Guildhall too, Marjorie Chester, made a donation to Guildhall in order to name the education center the Boots Lamb Education Center after her friend, which I think is such a lovely, lovely token of her esteem, gesture, and something that I'm very proud of. Yeah.
Yes, it sounds wonderful, all the good things.
It is, it's wonderful. You know, I have something else to hold up too. Let's see if I can do this without glaring too much, but it's a poster of a program that we're having at the end of August, August 25th and 26th. It's a fundraiser for Guildhall. It's called The Garden as Art. And it's a cocktail party on Friday night, August 25th, and then tours of gardens here in East Hampton, a luncheon at a private home, a brunch in the morning, Saturday morning, for people who come, and we're hoping that a lot of people are interested in this. Actually, we've had this for 3 years, and the first 2 years it sold out. So if people want to do this, they should call Guildhall now and get tickets for it, because it's very popular. There's nothing more wonderful than going around to people's gardens and seeing how gorgeous they are out here on the East End.
Yeah, if you have to know how to take care of a garden and design it.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen a lot of nice gardens elsewhere also, not only here.
Yeah, yeah.
But, you know, it's very pleasing to the eye to look at a nice garden.
Well, and there must be something about the environment out here that allows for all of this gorgeous growth, because the gardens are just full.
I had a guest here, Paul Brenner, who's a native to this island. He said Bridgehampton has the best soil in the world.
Oh, that's right, the potato fields, yeah.
So no wonder things grow here so well.
Well, they certainly do, and these gardens that we offer on our tour are private gardens that have never been open to the public before. And, you know, they're amazing, they're breathtaking. And actually, Diane Benson, I would love to mention her name, is the chairman of the garden committee, and she has done a fantastic job. She's persuaded lots of her friends to participate. In fact, Randy Kempner and Tony Ingro are doing the cocktail party on Friday night. They have a beautiful, beautiful estate that used to be part of the Woodhouse family estate. The Woodhouse family built Guildhall. So it kind of goes all the way around, you know, the 75 years, Woodhouse family, Mrs. Woodhouse actually saying that she wanted to create this art center. You know, she built the library too. And I hear that she was in the library, kind of looking across the street at where Guildhall is, and she said, you know, I think we should have an art center, and I'll help.
There's a sign outside that Guildhall was built as a...
Actually, the Guildhall is, it was original, but then you're right, there was a church there at one time too. And then I'm reading the history of that particular corner property, which is between Pondview and Dunemere on Main Street. And it was first a swamp. And so there was a lot of, you know, standing water, a pond-like environment. Now we've pretty much
So when it was a church, I always tried to picture it, where the church was, but it was demolished, right?
It wasn't there when they built Guildhall, but I don't know whether it was a fire or what happened to it, but yeah.
I love history.
I do too, and East Hampton is full of it.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely full of it. Well, another interesting story about the Woodhouse family and Mrs. Woodhouse, Mary Woodhouse, is that she decided that the Clinton Academy, which is where they used to have the theater,
really?
she thought that it was best, and of course the community agreed, that it would be best as a historic house. So then that was another reason she said, well, we've got to have a theater in this community. I mean, you know, we can't have a wonderful cultural community without a theater of our own. So that was another reason.
So Guildhall, the theater was first at the Academy?
Yes, it was.
So the inside, you altered the inside of the...
Oh, I guess she did. I'm not sure how that...
Because I was looking on that, and it was the first Academy.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, yeah.
So it is just amazing to know from the very beginning what it was and what it is now and what is going on. It is really wonderful. And
well, one of the things that Guildhall has pledged, and we are very committed to this, is that we will keep the beautiful historic facade of our building, that, you know, wonderful, the dome, the theater, the two wings that are the exhibition spaces that will keep them exactly as they are now, and that we won't be doing any fancy architecture or changing it in any way. We really respect the history of that building. It's really a work of art itself that we have to maintain.
It has its old charm. It's going to retain its old charm.
Yeah, it's an important part.
But I have to say that you really did your homework very well. You rattled off dates and names. I don't know how long it took you to memorize it. I was really amazed how well you know everything that's going on there.
It's an amazing summer. Another thing I wanted to mention that I know you'll love is that we are having a film series. And we have always done a film series since I've been there. And they're usually classic films, Italian or French, and everyone adored them. But we thought last year we had Candice Bergen come and introduce a Louis Malle film.
Yeah, I saw that.
Did you see it?
Yes.
She was great. It was packed. It was called Murmur of the Heart. Did you see that?
I forget the name, but her husband did the film.
Yes.
And would you believe it? We're all finished.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, this is the end again, Ruth. We're always running out of time so quickly. I want to thank my staff and all the underwriters. And don't forget to watch us, to Plays the Thing. You never know what city you're in. Just look for the Plays the Thing and you will see us. So goodbye, everybody. Would you like to goodbye? Say
goodbye. Thank you.
Camera. That's my trademark.
Love me